Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick video on Gen 2 KLR 650 on some things I've done to it. I had some Pro Taper handguards I popped on there, and I cut the old handguards to give me even more coverage and bolted them in. It's a real Rube Goldberg job, as my dad would say, but these are really strong. I mean, I've had cars cut me off, taxis cut me off and hit. This is the aluminum underneath the old handguard. It's bolted through. And what I did also was I changed to a Lex exhaust, because my wife, when she's riding on the back, when I had a back rider, I complained about the heat over here with the foot peg, passenger foot peg. What I found is a Lex or any aftermarket exhaust will take care of that. I put the third-party foot pegs on here. This is all good stuff for winter riding. These keep you from slipping off the stock foot pegs. And I put a Kronos headlight guard. That's helped me out with stuff in the road banging into your expensive light. It's another view of the handguards. These are really strong the way they're set up, and it gives you that coverage that you're looking for your hands. And then I put this Oxford heated grips. Oxford's really good. I mean, I've tried heating elements under the heated grips, but that's not really a good way to go. Eliminated the fender on the back and put a license plate light here. That's really helped out with stuff banging into the back of the bike, you know, when you're parking it and stuff. And let's see what else to show you guys. Oh yeah, one really thing that was critical for me, I had to get rid of the choke on the handlebar because I was constantly having issues with that. Now I don't know if other riders have had that issue. Now I'm not going to be able to show it to you now because it's too dark, but I put a choke eliminator on the choke cable eliminator right on the carb. That's the way to go if you can do it. And then one thing I found too is you want to eliminate all the vacuum stuff on the bike. Just go with a gravity feed petcock. I got it from Eagle Mike. That's you can get those from pretty much anywhere. And I got my phone mount and charger USB on the handlebars. That's about it. I did have some problems with the switch, so I upgraded the switch, the high-low beam, to something a little better, that lasts better from the weather. Because I found that when you get like that salt with the winter riding, when you get that salt going into the switch, it knocked out 2 switches on me. I don't know if other riders have that same problem, but that was a major issue for me. What you got to also do is clean your... I'm gonna upgrade the front disc brake to an oversized tusk. I'll do a separate video on that. That's the way to go, because braking is rough on these bikes on the front. I'm running Kenda K761s. They're pretty good for winter riding. I don't do studs, but I have done studs in the past. If you're gonna run studs on your KLR and you want to do some road riding too, you just don't want to slip on the icy stuff, you could run Kenda big block tires and then run the studs into the blocks. But you want to run street legal tire studs, you know, the same ones that they put in cars. They just screw in with the bit. Those are the way to go. You can find them on the internet pretty much. You just don't want to buy the Chinese ones because you don't know what they're made of. You want to get carbide tipped. And that's about it for the KLR for winter riding. You definitely need heated grips. Oxford is the way to go, because anything else won't automatically shut off and protect your battery. Because the biggest problem with heated grips is if you run it down and you forget to turn it off, you're gonna run your battery down to nothing. And that's something I forgot. Like when I had the heated elements under my nice comfy grips, I loved them, but the problem was I would sometimes forget to turn off my heated grips. And you could do it with a relay that automatically shuts off with the key, but I just didn't want to get involved in a lot of electronics on the KLR. I want to keep things to a minimum, because when it gets wet, it's a problem. So, oh, I did have a problem with the kickstand emergency shut off. So I had to eliminate that switch. I eliminated that because it actually stranded me, and I had to do it in the field, and then I did it a little neater later. But I just shorted out the wire that sends it to the ignition cutoff, because I got stranded right on the side of the, I was leaving a customer, and I couldn't put the bike in gear. As soon as I would put it in gear, it would shut right off, and it was the kickstand emergency switch. So that's one thing. That's a couple things I would do on the KLR. But this is a winter riding bike. I use it to do service calls in New York, and this is my setup. Next year I probably will do Kenda big block tires and the legal street legal tire studs that screw in. They stick out just a little bit past the tire, the rubber, just to give you that extra grip, so if you do hit an ice patch, you don't lose it. Anyway, that's my take on winter riding. I'd love to hear from other riders what you do, where you're riding, and how you keep your KLR running for the winter. Thanks.